Yeah, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this beautiful money making Friday. Here at Pick Dawgz Morning Show, man. Y'all know the drill. We live 365. Just to let you guys know our thoughts, opinions, and how we see today's action playing out. Part two of the storm, man. We're in the middle of it, man. What a day yesterday was. I'm still recovering. I'm still in recovery mode. But we ain't got time for that, man. It's time to get right back on the horse and get ready to ride that damn thing today, man, and attack the books. So we got day 2 of the round of 64. Money making Friday. I got 2 of my favorite guys with me to help me break it down. The franchise coming off a monster day yesterday. Woo! Shout out Chris, man. Kick the crap out of the books. I guess yesterday, I'll say it, because I was giving you some shit as we got closer and closer. You was right. I was wrong. Yesterday was really kind of.
Hey, you know what? What do I always say though? I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like betting with the books. Yeah, we give each other shit, but we all end up probably 50% at the end of the day with the arguments that we have. But yeah, it was a great day. I would say the madness is back. Yesterday was just sort of a.
I'm just yapping because it really wasn't that score yesterday because a lot of dogs cashed too. So
High point, one of the game. That was a great game.
Great 99 game might be my new favorite player, college basketball player ever.
Quickest release. He's got a quicker release than you, Jay.
He do. He might be. He might be my favorite college basketball player ever. I swear to God.
He ain't the only person that has a quick release on that team, if you know what I mean. But I will say, you know, the ACC yesterday, holy shit. Duke. Oh, that was almost a
was on the ropes.
Nobody's talking about the fact that Sienna's starters all 5 starters played all 40 minutes.
Well, one played 39 technically because he did
close enough.
Yeah, he put in somebody at the very end, but yes, they played the full game. They did.
And then did you hear this crazy story about North Carolina?
What story?
Like they had pins commemorating their first round win over VCU, but in true North Carolina fashion, they had to return them all because they're a choking hazard. So,
yeah.
Do you have gloves on?
Pathy, what's happening? Eric and Pathy, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't.
Jay, you got to.
I said Eric and Pathy. I meant Costi and Pathy.
You have gloves on. They're not just gloves. They're Chrome Hearts gloves. Come on, baby.
Bro, it's 60 degrees outside.
I like
Bro,
them.
it's 60 degrees outside.
We roll, man.
Wait, North
I got
Carolina.
my chromes on.
Bro, somebody in the comments said he's got tape on his glasses.
My old pair, this is my second pair because my old pair did break. I had tape on my last ones, but these, I don't. So,
fresh, Jay, fresh.
Me and Eric, Chrome Heart gang.
That's it, baby.
What's happening, Costi? How you doing today, buddy?
Coming off a good day. Can't really complain much. A little bit. I mean, so during March Madness, the only time I parlay, I very rarely parlay. It's just I really get into it. We know we've been in Vegas the last 2 years, and BYU let me down on a big one yesterday. I don't know why I had him in my parlay. I know.
What was that? Oh wow,
that's lasers, bro.
It's because I got for most of the time I used to use my laptop, but now I've been using my Mac Mini, and I haven't turned off those interactions, so sometimes they just go off. It's kind of funny.
But I'm with you, man. I had got backdoored on the hook on Louisville. I got backdoored on the hook on Vanderbilt. And that's really it, man. I mean, I went to sleep. I had Illinois, went to sleep, and they fucking blew the doors off in the second half. But VCU cash for us. Had him in my bracket. I saw you had High Point in your bracket.
I did have High Point money line in my bracket.
Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see the difference between day one and day. Every year in Vegas, we always talk about it. What happens on day one, usually it doesn't correlate to day two. It does change a little bit. But yesterday was like a mixed bag. It was favorites and dogs. It wasn't like an all dog day, and it wasn't an all favorite day. So, man, you gotta be dialed in if you want to make money today.
You do. I think I went 3-5 yesterday, y'all. It wasn't the day I wanted it to be. All heartbreakers. I had my top play. I went 10-star yesterday. I had Vandy land the 12. They won by 10. That's like, bro. Then I had Louisville land the 4.5. If you were on Louisville with me on that 4.5, bro, then that's probably one of my worst beats of the year. I swear to God. Oh my God. That one hurt. That North Carolina hurt. Like, I was on all the comebacks yesterday. And then to sum it all up, to close it out, I had one play in the NBA yesterday. Faded the Lakers for the second time in a row.
Oh, no. Actually, the Heat was the right play.
Heat was definitely the right play. You know, it was a great spot, great situation. And as a spotting situation better, I'd probably bet that 10 times out of 10. But when you got a player at the level of Luka Doncic, man, shit, anything can happen, man.
Angry Luka is a whole different. Angry Luka is a whole different animal.
I think I'm at the point now where I don't bet Luka triple doubles anymore until this whole baby mama thing is sorted. I bet Luka 50+.
They took his dogs, man.
I know.
Took his fucking dogs.
That's what I'm saying.
He has 100 points.
Luka's like, fuck passing you guys the ball. I'm fucking pissed. I'm going up for 50.
He's pissed off, man. Took his dogs.
Took his daughters.
Took his daughters. The mom sued him.
They got his Chipotle order wrong.
There's worse things in this world to be, though, than a single multimillionaire bachelor in Los Angeles, though.
That's young.
There's way much worse things to be than that. So,
6'9" top player for the Lakers, and he's under the age of 30.
Oh no!
Oh no! So, you know, I thought yesterday was a great day of action, though, man. I thought it was a great day. I did have a couple good calls in there sprinkled in. I had plus money TCU, plus money Longhorns. Houston came through for me in the end. So, you know, plus money has really what's been treating me well in college hoops over the last 2-3 months. Like, if you look at my record on the website, I have, in terms of units returned, I'm one of the top on the website. But I think at the moment I have a losing record. It's the Mitch baseball theory.
That's how it works.
That's how it works.
What did Mitch the last year? What was he? He made 40 net games, so 4,000 units at 48%, I think. 47%. Yeah.
So, y'all know me, man. I love my plus money, man. So that's been keeping me afloat. There's a couple plus money shots on my attack today, man. We got a lot of ground to cover. Y'all ready to get into it?
Yes, sir.
Of course, we can talk about whatever in the middle of it. You know how we do on this show. So
I'm trying to figure out how many years in a row now that 11 seeds won their first, or their like another game outside of the first four.
Yeah, you called that. You said that was going to happen.
I remember now you were wearing your Texas hat, so I was like, yeah, another team now. I think it's like the 5th or 6th year in a row at least.
VCU was in 11.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like one of the teams that played
the 11 that comes from the first four.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
Like Texas, they beat NC State and they went on and beat BYU yesterday.
What are you trying to say? Miami of Ohio today?
No, I'm just saying it was. Yeah, it may have been yesterday. Maybe it's today. Who knows? We'll see.
Let me check YouTube to make sure this shit is right today. So I don't want y'all mad at me, man. Let me make sure it got my right graphics up there today. It does. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
For now.
All right.
For now.
All right. So there's 16 games today. We're going to do 8 slots of 2, kind of like we did yesterday. Let's talk a couple games, man. Money making Friday. First game up. It's a good one. You know, y'all know I'm on Twitter all damn day. So this one is a pretty split. You know, there's a lot of people on Kentucky, but there's a lot of people on Santa Clara. It's a good one. That's a good start today. This kind of reminds me of the TCU Ohio State start today yesterday. Like it was a good game. What a finish to that game yesterday too. Oh my God. Whew, that's how you start today. And if we could start today like that too, we'll see what happens. So Kentucky 3.5-point favorites in this one. And zip. AKRON. battling it out with the Texas Tech Red Raiders. The Red Raiders laying 7.5 here in this one. Two teams near and dear to my heart, battling out, going head to head. Good start to the day, Chris. We start with you, sir. How we feeling?
Yeah, maybe early, but I still hear it a little bit. I think the dogs are barking early again. Santa Clara plus the points. I have not been impressed with this Kentucky team this season. It's a different team than Mark Pope's normally had over the years. He normally prioritizes offense, but this year, for whatever reason, they prioritize playing defense. That's just not Kentucky basketball. And I think Santa Clara, an experienced team, I think that they keep it close. I think they win this game outright, to be honest. So getting anything over a possession is fine by me. I would also sprinkle on plus 130, but I don't love sprinkling on. I don't love. I'm trying to figure out how to say this. I don't love the money line adjustments in the tournament. If you notice, like in the regular season, you would get a plus 3.5, maybe plus 140, plus 145, something like that. Now you're getting plus 130. I'd still take it, but I like the value of the 3.5 up and over a possession. And the other one, I've been saying it the entire time. I'm sticking with Akron plus the 7.5. I'm not just hinging it on this Texas Tech injury report, because Texas Tech still, it looks like, they're going to send out Atwell and Watts, who were questionables in the recent game. But I've said it before, I still think Akron is the best mid-major program in college hoops. This team is talented. They're battle-tested. I like Akron plus the 7.5. I think if Texas Tech wins this one, it's by 5 at the most. So give me Akron in the points.
Franchise coming out, taking 2 dogs. Start the day. Costi.
I'm on Santa Clara with you as well. This is a good Santa Clara team, and this is a bad Kentucky team. And I have them in the bracket advancing. I don't even care about the 3. Give me the money line on Santa Clara. That's how we roll in March Madness. You want to get those plus money lines. This is one of them. And then in the other one, as much as I love the zips, and this is just, it looks like a team that could potentially handle covering that 7.5. Texas Tech, I've learned my lesson with Texas Tech. No Toppin, no problem. Jay has beaten that saying into my head, and I've learned my lesson, fading those boys a couple times. They're still really good. I think they're head and shoulders better than this team, and that conference is just elite. We've seen this time after time, so I think Texas Tech blows these boys out.
All righty. For me, let's sweep it. Bring out the brooms. Yeah, I'm on Santa Clara. This has been a team I've been super high on all season long. I told y'all that they were gonna beat St. Mary's and be the team in the conference championship against the Zags. They did end up losing that game, but shout out to them for making it. And I think their style of play is going to cause Kentucky real issues. I think Kentucky's in trouble. I think Kentucky's kind of living off of name brand. Cal is gone. It's not Cal no more. This is not the same Kentucky of old. They did play the tougher schedule, and they are coming from the tougher conference, of course, but in my opinion, this is a legitimate 50-50 style game. Like Santa Clara, if Santa Clara dictates the pace and they play their style of basketball and their shots are falling, they're going to win this game, and they could win it comfortably. So for me, I started my day off yesterday attacking plus money. We cashed with the Horned Frogs. Same script. Starting my day off attacking plus money. I'm on Santa Clara. Straight up money line. I don't even want the 3.5. We'll see what happens. It's kind of crazy. Down goes North Carolina. Down goes Kentucky in the first round. The 64. New era of college basketball. Let's see. 2 of my teams, man, the Red Raiders and Zip, baby. Here's the thing. Y'all know I love Zip, but coming out of that little conference, man, they didn't really play nobody, man. They did not play anybody. I went back and looked at their biggest games this season, their step-up games, and it's concerning. So let's just go through it right quick. The best team Akron played all season long was Purdue. You want to know the final score of that game?
97-79. I remember it.
Ass kicking. Woodshed. Blowout. All right, cool. That's Purdue. Let's say they're a top 5 team in the country. Let's say Texas Tech isn't that good. All right. Even though I probably disagree. The other step-up game, they played Yale. They lost to Yale, 97-94. Neutral site. Yale didn't even make the tournament. So it's like, Akron. Then, who else they played? I feel like there's one more. Miami, Ohio, another tournament team. Miami, Ohio. What happened? They lost 76-73. So those are, it's hard for me to look at all the other games. Oh, and then there's one more. They played one more tournament team. Troy. They lost that game 79-69. We saw what happened to Troy yesterday. They got the brakes beat off of them by Nebraska. First tournament win of all time for Nebraska. So it's just like, in this step-up game going up against Texas Tech, a Texas Tech team that's pissed off, coming off of 3 straight L's. TCU, it's not a bad loss. We just saw TCU get a good tournament win yesterday. On the road at BYU. That's kind of a bad loss in my book. But BYU is still a decent team, even though they're out of the tournament now. And then they did get flooded in their last game they played against Iowa State. But y'all know how high I am on the Cyclones. So I'm just saying all that to say is I think this is a really good buy low spot on Texas Tech. This is a team that for majority of the season was regarded as one of the best teams in the country. You go back to preseason rankings, Texas Tech was top 5. So I just think the narrative has gone way too far. No JT Toppin, no problem. Really good buy low spot here on Texas Tech. And the Zips, I just don't think they got the manpower or the horses to run. And that's evident based on the best teams they played this year. They really didn't do what you would expect them to do. So it'd only be Texas Tech for me here in this one.
We think we got to ditch that they didn't play nobody narrative, though. Didn't work yesterday with High Point. Didn't work with Miami, Ohio against SMU.
True. There's a couple good points there. Now, SMU is not Texas Tech. They're fraudulent.
No, they're not. No, they're not. But the argument was that Miami, Ohio didn't play a power conference top 100 team all season long.
Yes, but still, that SMU game also has an asterisk by because all of us were expecting SMU to have their best player back in that game, and then he did not end up playing.
I still think with March Madness, this is how it goes. If that team, like Miami, Ohio, shoots so many threes, if they make their threes, they're going to win. It's just they're going to shoot enough of them. That's how these teams in the tournament, they get hot. Yep. You saw Siena yesterday; they were hot as fish grease, just raining threes. If you're good, if you're hot that day,
I'm just saying the blanket statement can't always apply. That's all.
No, that's true. And shout out to High Point's coach. He sounded gangster after the game. He said, we didn't play nobody out here. We played somebody today. I was like, okay, coach.
All right, show me. Hey, show me on Saturday. Show me.
Okay,
yeah.
Shit doesn't get easier from now on.
We'll see what happens here in these first 2 games of the day.
Yeah, I'm going to run a poll. I'm going to run a poll for for each game as well.
All right, cool.
Somebody asked about it.
We got Arizona laying 30.5 on LIU. And we have Virginia laying 17.5 on Wright State. This section features 2 huge spreads. Costi, we'll start with you. How we feeling?
I'm taking Zona here. They're going to blow the doors off. Shout out to a 12-year-old fan that messaged the number watching Brad's videos.
You got to do a better job of prefacing that because just.
So a fan that is a fan of Brad and his videos sent me his bracket because we have a number that you can call from the videos, and he's sending it to Brad, and the bracket had LIU winning it all.
Oh yeah,
he's 12 years old. He could be on to something. Absolutely not. That's why he's 12. Stay in school, boy. Stay in school. They're going to get their doors blown off. Arizona. This is my team to win it all. This is you need guard play in the tournament. We talk about this year after year. They have two of the best guards. One is a freshman. One is a veteran on the team, senior. They have talent up front. They're deep. They have a good coach. You've seen they've played exceptional competition all year. You saw which potentially could be a Final Four, or sorry, a final game against Houston, and they went toe for toe with them as they've done with every other team in that division. This is an Arizona team that could do a lot of damage. So I'm taking Arizona here. This other one is tough. I want to take Wright State. I'm not betting this game, but this just something smells about this game that Virginia is going to slow the pace down, play exceptional defense, win this game by 14. Maybe they're up 16-18 majority of the game, or Wright State keeps it close in the first half. Virginia has been fraudulent at points this year. Everything on paper said Virginia should blow them out. Wright State hasn't been playing that well of late, and they snuck in here with doing great in their conference tournament, but I don't know. I guess lean Wright State for me.
Yeah, I don't really love these two games today. I got what I got. I got 7 plays in total today. 4 from college hoops, 3 from the NBA, and I even have a 10-star first round game of the year. So it's like there's games today I absolutely love. These two just aren't in that wheelhouse. I would lean Wright State as well. Virginia, this is a team this is one of the teams that lost as a 1 seed. But this is also a team that their style of play can be had at times. We've seen some of these smaller schools that play a different style kind of cause some teams some issues. So I lean Wright State, but I don't have any money on it, y'all. And it's a tough one. And then the other one, Arizona. Yesterday we saw both the 1 seeds kind of struggle. It took Michigan till late in that game to finally extend it out on Howard. Howard was in that game. And then Siena had Duke on the ropes the whole damn game. So I think today might be the opposite. I think we might see both 1 seeds today get on some ass. So, for majority of the season, even I have kind of regarded as Arizona as the best team in the country. I think they beat up on LIU here. It's 30.5 is a lot, but I don't think we'll feel like that mid-game. I think this is a woodshed. I'll lay it here with Zona. Chris?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the big favorites here. The one thing I'll say that someone touched on in the comments is that let me find it. I mean, I'm not trying to promote any books or anything like that, but there's a couple books that have like promos right now where it's like if the team that you have on the money line goes up 10 within the first or at any point in the game, they give you an early payout. That's the only thing I would play LIU for. Is if you put $10 on LIU or something like that, hoping that Arizona misses some shots early and LIU just catches fire out of the gate. And maybe you catch an early payout. Other than that, this one should be a 40-point blowout win for Arizona at the very least. That's the only way I would venture LIU. As far as the other game goes, I'm taking Virginia. Problem with Wright State in this game is that Wright State, great offense. They don't play defense. And the thing is, it's a team that lives from 2-point range. 2-point buckets are all Wright State does to put up points, and Virginia has a top 10 2-point defense. So I think Virginia, the difference between this Virginia team and past Virginia teams is that this one's got offense. So I think that Virginia gets it done, wins by 20. Give me Virginia.
All righty. What the polls was looking like, Costa?
Wright State 60%. Wright State 60%. The other one was, I got to look up because I do them one at a time. Where did it close at? So many comments today, man. I got to go all the way up. I don't know. Doesn't show me. But Wright State 56%. Oh, we had Zona 60%.
All righty. Keep it rolling. We got Tennessee State battling it out with the Cyclones of Iowa State. Iowa State laying 24.5. And we got Bam! Roll Tide Roll laying 11.5 on HOFSTRA. Let's see. For me here, I like both the favorites. Looking real square right now, Jay.
Square
it's okay
box?
though.
It's all right.
Huh?
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Iowa State, I've said it all season long. I think this team is really fucking good. Like, they play just as good as defense as Virginia, but offensively they're better. You know, they do leave some things to be desired sometimes, but I trust this team. I think when you think of this team laying this big of a number, you might be like, "Ooh, shit!" But like down the stretch, we've seen this team beat up on a lot of good teams. Like, this team just flooded Texas Tech by 20. And I definitely think they can beat up on Tennessee State as well. I just think the defense they play is going to cause Tennessee State real issues. It's not going to be probably like a wire ass kicking. It's probably going to be one of those methodical, just the league just continues to grow over time style game. Like, you know, they're going to be up 5 and they'll be up 10. Then you'll come back, they're up 15, and then it's going to come right down to the wire. They're going to be up 22. They're going to hit a 3, be up 27. They're going to get a stop. It's going to be one of them games. And, you know, a team like Iowa State, it does make my stomach hurt laying this big of a number, but I'm not really all that worried about it. And I don't know enough about HOFSTRA, to be honest. Like, I just didn't watch HOFSTRA. I don't really know nothing about HOFSTRA. I know a whole lot about Alabama, though. I know Alabama's missing their second best scorer because he wants to, you know, get paid $500,000 to be a basketball player, but he wants to still, you know, want the image of being a trapper. I will never understand that. Mr. I have. Well, how many pounds of weed did he have in his apartment? In his
2.4. Man, just guy likes to smoke a lot.
You can take the kid out the hood. You
I
can't
smoke a lot, and even I don't have that much. Like, bro, like,
come on, man. Just trying, you know. Let him live.
You can take the kid out the hood. You can't take the hood out the kid.
Do it after the tournament. Why are you doing it before the tournament?
Shit is sad. So apparently he got pulled over, like, and then he had a chance to clear the house, and he didn't. And they came to search the house.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
No, I'm saying that's what he said. He's like, they won't look.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, there's no smell.
Yeah. It was a skunk.
It was a skunk. I used to tell that to my parents.
I lean Alabama here, y'all, but as of right this second, I haven't bet it, and I don't love it, to be honest. Because I don't really know enough about HOFSTRA. So we'll see. Chris, did I upload the wrong jam session? Did I do that for real? All right, let me look. I'll check.
It sounds to me, JoJo, it sounds to me like he's a nice guy. He's just sharing with the players that couldn't have the funds, you know, that weren't in the NIL money. Sounds
all right.
like a nice guy.
I'll be quick with it. Stick on this game. HOFSTRA plus the points for me. I was initially on Alabama, but problem is if you take out Aiden Holloway, he's their best 3-point shooter for a team that leads the country in 3-point shot attempts. It could be a tough look for Alabama here. You put a lot of the pressure on Phylon. HOFSTRA, veteran group with great guards. and they also just slow the game down and just play very slow. They try to squeeze the air out of the ball. I think that Hofstra keeps it within single digits. I think Alabama wins, but I think it's going to be an adjustment to life without Holloway. We'll have to see. But the other one, I'm going Iowa State here. I like the Cyclones in this spot. Tennessee State has not faced a defense. The problem with Tennessee State is that they didn't face anything like this in the OVC, and I think Iowa State drills them here by 30. So give me Iowa State.
I'm with you, Chris. Iowa State for me. I'm not betting it though. Iowa State has yet to prove to me that they could do this in the tournament. They've been a really good regular season team for years now, and they have yet to prove it in the tournament. Tennessee State, if they get hot early and they can make their threes, I think they keep this game close enough. It's just one of those spreads that I could see just not covering. Iowa State winning. They're going to slow the ball down. They're going to play great defense. But again, that tournament experience, the eyeball test needs to be there for me before I start putting my money on Iowa State, because they have burned me for years in the tournament. But lean on them. And then Alabama for me. No Holloway, no problem. HOFSTRA snuck in by winning the tournament. They stink. They're going to get blasted. Alabama, their second stringers are better than HOFSTRA's starters. It's not going to matter. They have tournament experience. You've seen throughout the season the quality of teams that they play in the SEC is insane. Look at all the teams that won yesterday. These are the teams they play all year. The SEC is stacked, and they're one of the better teams in the conference. I still think it's not going to matter. Alabama shoots way too many threes and puts up way too many points that I think HOFSTRA just gets behind early, and it's just not going to look pretty. It's probably one of my favorite games of the day.
All righty. There's a link in the description, C-Money. There's a link in the description that takes you right to the page for me or Chris. And then Costa, you gotta call him to get his shit.
Only if you have LIU winning your bracket. Just kidding. Just kidding, Chris.
Utah State. Favored. 9 favored over an 8. Favored over Nova. Total 146.5. And everybody's Cinderella team. Here they are. Fresh off a good win. They got y'all paid the first time. Do they get y'all paid again? Is the multi-million-dollar question. They're getting 12.5 against Tennessee. Franchise, we start with you.
All right. Well, I'm buying into it. Give me Miami, Ohio plus the 12.5. I was initially on Tennessee, thinking that, you know what, same thing.
Sorry, that's something in my throat.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I said Costy.
Sorry, I had to clear my throat. I'm sorry, I apologize.
Yeah, well, don't want to know what's been down there. Give me Miami, Ohio plus the points. Tennessee, yeah, it's a new level of physicality that Miami won't have seen in the MAC. But here's the thing. I said it yesterday. Confidence and momentum is a dangerous thing. And it's one of those things where Miami, Ohio, I just think they find a way to sneak in and keep this one close. Rick Barnes is not a great tournament coach in terms of covering the point spread. I think that Tennessee wins, but I think Miami, Ohio covers, and I'm taking Utah State. I think that Utah State's the better team. I think Villanova struggled in step-up spots all season long. And I think that Utah State wins this game, covers. So give me Utah State here. Whether you lay the 1.5, take the money line.
Costi, what you think?
Chris is an idiot. I'm taking Tennessee. Great story. Cool story. Ooh, Miami, Ohio. So exciting. Great story. They beat up on SMU without their second best player or their best shooter. Great. It's a whole different story. And you play these SEC teams, you're facing teams that have had a great out of conference. I mean, they played so many good teams this year, and they're battle tested. They had a really good stretch at one point in the season where they had a lot of momentum. I think they're carrying that momentum outside of losing in the tournament, in the conference tournament. And I think they're going to absolutely belt to ass this Miami of Ohio team. Good story. Again, they have to make their threes. They're going to shoot, 45 threes today? If they don't make their threes early, this is going to be a 20, 25-point blowout. Tennessee is bigger than them. I think the size is going to matter. They're not going to have second chance shots. I think it's going to be over quick. Another one of my favorite bets today. The other game, this one's a coin flip for me. It's tough. I want to. My brain says to take Villanova. My heart says to take Utah State. I like this Utah State, what I've been seeing out of them all year, but I just think Villanova is just more battle tested as well. You're making them an underdog. Not betting this one, but Nova for me.
Yeah, this Nova Utah State game is tough. So when I originally made my bracket, I got Utah State winning this game. The more and more I sit here, though, the more and more this game really started to make my head hurt. Sometimes the best thing to do is to stick with your first mind. The public wins too, and I think they get this one, man. Nova to me, they just weren't that impressive, man. I'm just scrolling back through, looking at their schedule. Got dominated by Michigan. They did beat Wisconsin. It was an overtime game. They won by 10 in overtime, so it's like, It's a team that lost to Creighton, got beat up by St.JOHNS, got beat up by UConn. I'm sticking with my first brain. I'm taking Utah State. I don't have any money on this game right now, and it does make me nervous that the 9 is favored over the 8, and the money is on Utah State. I believe the money in this game is like 60-40. So it's not all on Utah State, but it is 60-40 on Utah State. But public wins too. I think this is when they get. I do think Utah State is the better team. One can make an argument that Villanova is the more battle-tested team. They played the better teams this year, but it's not like Utah State just played complete garbage, complete ass. It's a legitimate 50-50, man. I'm going to take Utah State. That's where I'm going to be, but it's a tough one.
Jay, 117 votes on that game. What do you think the poll was?
50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
117 votes, which makes no sense because it's not even an even number. So YouTube fucked this up. It's got to be ahead somewhere. It's 117 votes. It says 50-50.
So, yeah, I would say it's probably 50-50.
Tell us the truth, YouTube. Who is it?
And the other one, Miami, Ohio, Tennessee. Baby, you the only 10 I see. I'm on the Volunteers. I'm gonna lay the 12.5, man. Down goes the Red Hawks.
Down goes Ruffalo.
Good season. Good story. Comes to an end here, though. This is the MAC versus battle tested in the SEC, right? I just think Tennessee does everything better than Miami, Ohio. Everything possible on the basketball court, Tennessee is better at them at. And it's like, I do like catching lightning in a bottle. I do like doing all that, man. But yeah, no, I am somebody. I'm not like Brian Bittler who loves looking at the splits, but I do look at the splits. And when I looked at the splits in this game, I said, oh, hell no. I have to be on Tennessee. I have to be. I think 80% of people are on Miami, Ohio.
64%.
At least the
right
last
now.
time I looked. Like, and it's still, man, this team ain't played nobody. SMU ain't nobody. Like, I said that all year. I know I took SMU in that game. I was expecting their best player to be back, but you got a tournament win, you know, so you're not one and done. Shout out to you boys, but I think Tennessee is just going to be too much. I think they win this game like 15. So I know Tennessee wasn't played that great down the stretch. They lost to Vandy twice. I think somebody else beat them up, but I'm high on Vandy. Like, for me, there's just not a path to Miami, Ohio. There's just not. And I think a lot of people are on them because of the story, because of the record. I'm on the Volunteers. We'll see what happens. This is a team that has gone deep in this tournament over the past few years. Like, they're battle tested. They know what it's like to play in these tournament games. I think it's BTA. We'll see what happens. What the poll look like in these, Costa?
So it's 50-50 on the first one, like we said, with Utah State Villanova. This one, 64% Miami of Ohio, which is expected. Very public team today.
That's what I'm saying, man. I'll be on a public team every now and then, but I don't like being on PickDawgz. I just don't. I got yesterday on Louisville. I did get got yesterday.
Yeah, so. But that's I still, if I took that play 10 out of 10, I would still take Louisville.
Me too. So
these fucking stupid last second meaningless threes, it just happens. Just happens. Same thing with Vandy. Same thing. So
see what happens. We keep rolling. Iowa. Today's not as good as yesterday. It's just not.
You don't
think
so?
Me, at least. For me.
Somebody tomorrow and Sunday is when it gets real.
It's when it get too good. Clemson. Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes 1.5 point favorites in this thing. And St. John's battling it out with UNI. I believe it's Costi.
I'm just starting this poll here. This one's tough. I have Clemson advancing in the bracket. Another one of those coin flip games. Maybe the ACC is a little fraudulent. Clemson did catch lightning in a bottle there for a little bit in that tournament. And I think they're going to take that momentum into this first round. I don't see them coming out and going to the Sweet 16, but I think they're going to do enough here. That's why they're the favorite. I'm sorry. That's why they're only a 1.5 point dog as an 8 seed, but the 8-9 really doesn't matter to me. Just like that Utah State game, just because you're an 8-9 and you're a 9 and you're a favorite by 1.5 doesn't really matter. It's just the way the seeding breaks down for these 8-9s. I think Clemson does enough to get it done late. I don't love this game by any means. Probably not going to bet it also. But Clemson for me. Second one, Northern Iowa versus St. John's. Look, I like Northern Iowa getting the points here. St. John's usually is that team that comes in that has the best defense. Well, Northern Iowa's got a fantastic defense. I like all unders for St. John's. I like their first half under team total. I like their full game team total under. I think Northern Iowa keeps this one close. Great. I get it. St. John's has been playing really good ball of late. But they played that tournament, as we always talk about, the conference tournament at home. They should be doing good. Now it gets dicey when you go into, on the road. They've had 4 losses on the road this year. I think Northern Iowa, even though they weren't the best team in the Missouri Valley and they caught lightning in a bottle as well to win that tournament, because I think they were 6th in the Missouri Valley. So I think they're going to carry that momentum with that really good defense and cover the 10.5.
I got St. John's going to the Final Four. Final Four for St. John's. With that being said, I don't mean I love them from an ATS perspective. I think you and I might give them a little run for their money. Why is it 9.5? I don't know enough about UNI.
It's 10.5 now.
Or 10.5, but I could buy into the narrative of this is a little sell high point on St. John's after the Big East championship win. This game might be closer than just some may think. This is, what this game kind of feels like to me? This game right here kind of feels like the Vandy game, where it's like UNI just plays a different style of ball than St. John's played all season, and it kind of took Vandy. It took Vandy that whole first half to get used to the style of play McNeese was playing. McNeese was coming out, pushing full court. Like they just playing a different ball than was played in the SEC. And I kind of got a feeling about this one here, where it's like all the teams in the Big East kind of play a certain style of away. This UNI team is not playing anything remotely close to that. So I could see the scenario where St. John's, it takes them a minute to adjust in the first half. Second half, they come out, do look good. They do look like the better team. They end up winning the game. They just end up winning it by like 7 or 8. It's kind of my thought process. Kind of how I got on Vandy yesterday. I think St. John's may happen in that same breath. So I think they win. It wouldn't. I don't really want to bet UNI, but if I were forced to play this game, I would take UNI. So I got money on St. John's to make the Final Four and things like that. So it's like, there's no real interest for me to get in on this game that I'm just not all that confident on. So we'll see what happens. And the other one here was Clemson, Iowa. Oh, this is a tough one. Oh, shit. These 50-50 games today are really 50-50. Both teams, it's like, who are they? Clemson coming out of the ACC. I wasn't, the ACC was top heavy. I felt like Clemson wasn't in that top. They were kind of mid, but in a legitimate 50-50 game, the Hawkeyes, same thing could really be said about them. This team, they're not trustworthy either. In this style game, I'm gonna take Clemson. When I was looking at this game like in depth, Clemson just kind of fit a lot of the narratives I'm looking for more so than Iowa. Like it's a game I can't really verbalize why I like Clemson. I just do, and I'm getting plus money, so I lean that way. This is not one of the games I've bet yet today. It's a tough one. These are two teams I didn't watch a ton of over the season. But I lean Clemson getting the plus 110 here in this one. I feel like Clemson's usually like a little good first round team. What happened with Clemson last year in the first round? I feel like I was involved with them last year.
Wasn't good, I don't think. Right, Chris?
They were a 5 seed, I think.
What happened with Clemson last year?
They lost last year.
Yeah, I thought they did.
They probably did. That's probably what I remember. And I might have been on them and they pissed me off. I might have faded them. I don't really remember who they played. I need to see who that game was. Clemson last year, NCAA tournament.
Lost to McNeese.
Oh, that, yeah.
5-12, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Yeah, I was on Clemson in that one. I remember I was pissed.
I think I had them last year I had McNeese. I think 2 years ago they lost the first round too.
I think so.
I remember being in Vegas and being mad at Clemson.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying. I did too. So I'm a little gun shy about this one, but I'm gonna lean towards them getting plus money today. We'll see. Chris, what you thinking?
Yeah, I'm taking Iowa here. I think Clemson losing Carter Welling to a torn ACL. He was your second leading scorer. This kind of game between two teams in a first to like 65 wins kind of game, I think more benefits Iowa. We saw Ben McCollum do this kind of thing at Drake. Brought Bennett Sturts with him, and this was the reason. That was the kind of game that helped Drake get a first round tournament win last year. And I think that Iowa does the same thing here against Clemson. I think that this brand of basketball more fits the Big Ten style of play. So I'm going to roll with Iowa in that one. And Northern Iowa, St. John's, I'm taking Northern Iowa in the points. I think that it's a game where possessions are going to be at a minimum, making points harder to come by. So getting this kind of number close to double digits. I think it's the way to go here. I think St. John's still wins, but I think Northern Iowa keeps it respectable, keeps it close and lower scoring. So give me Northern Iowa on the points.
All right. Sorry. There's a lot going on.
It was the poll was 74% St. John's. And I think the other one was Iowa 53%.
You and I might be the sneaky team I add to bet here.
Like, why are they 10.5? Why are they not in 15?
Why? Like, if St. John's was as good, like this would be like some of the other ones, 20. Like, you know, like
they weren't. I mean, they snuck in to the tournament. They took a at-large bid because they weren't the best team in the conference. They won the tournament.
But no, I disagree with a lot of that. I think they are. They were the best team in the conference, and they beat UConn not once but twice. Like,
no. I'm talking about UNI. No.
Oh, okay.
They were 6th in the Missouri Valley, and they ran through the tournament. And being that their whole resume for the season is not that good, why are they only 10.5? So
yeah,
good defense. Good defense.
I'll talk about that. I talked about that on the jam session. I said there's an asterisk next to that Pistons win for me. There's a little asterisk next to it. So we'll talk about it in a minute. But for the Raptors today, we'll see. Today's the show me for real for the Raptors. We still in college hoops though. UCLA, UCF. I don't really like either one of these teams. Queens, Purdue. It's me. I'm gonna lay it with Purdue. I think they beat up on Queens. Purdue. This is a team I've had big beef with all season long because if you know me, then you know the past 3-4 years are on this show. I've been the biggest Purdue hater on planet Earth. I hate Purdue with a passion. But for some reason this year, at the beginning of the year, I was looking at their roster. I was like, man, you know what? Braden Smith, I kind of think this is year. And I been on the Purdue train a lot this year. The thing is it's been a love-hate relationship because a lot of spots during the regular season where they were supposed to smash somebody, they would lay a fucking egg. Me and this team got big beef. The thing is, I really liked what I saw from this team in the conference tournament. They started to really look like the team I thought they were. And I think they are. I don't necessarily love taking teams off of winning the conference tournament. I should have did it yesterday. I left Arkansas off the table. Didn't they win in cover? I should have been on Woo Pig, my national champion. This is kind of one I don't really want to make that same mistake either. I think Purdue is just head and shoulders better than Queens. This is another number 1 seed we've seen lose outright at the first round. I know they're not a 1 seed this year, but I'm just saying we've seen Purdue lay an egg in that round of 64 and when they had no business doing that. So it's there's a couple trains of thoughts here. My pure just hoops thoughts is Purdue is head and shoulders better than they should win this game by 30. Lean Boilermakers, boiler up. We'll see what happens. Where's this UCF game at? Where's this game at?
Philly.
Give me UCF. Philly? East Coast? Way cross country for UCLA? I can't do it. I think they win. I think they are better than UCF, but laying 2 possessions, I can't do that on the East Coast with UCLA, man. This is a team that, during the regular season, we cashed like nobody's business on the West Coast. But anytime they crossed over, this team just didn't have that same funk. Now, that might be a meaningless stat. We'll see. I think we're going to know here in this one. If they come out and beat on UCF, we could put that stat to bed. But until I see them do it, I'm cool. I know they played okay in the conference tournament in Chicago, but Chicago is not Philly. So, lean UCF getting 5.5. UCF has a couple good wins underneath their belt this season. They're live here. I don't know if they win it, but they're live. I do think UCLA is the better basketball team, but they're not really trustworthy. So I'm gonna lean UCF getting 5.5. That's my thoughts here in this one. Chris, yeah, UCF is far from Philly as well. But UCF, they weren't
Not that
their
far.
home and road splits weren't nearly as drastic as UCLA. Like we seen UCF go and beat up on Utah, and then turn around and beat BYU. One of my biggest plays of the year was UCF money line against BYU. So it's like I've seen UCF perform on the road in non-favorable spots and situations. I haven't really seen UCLA do that. So that's
you
why I'm
did
getting.
call UCF and BYU.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna lean UCF plus the points here in this one.
Beat up on Texas Tech.
Yeah, UCF. As I say, UCF has some really good wins underneath their belt.
Top. It'd be Kansas at Kansas.
We'll see. What you thinking here, Chris?
Yeah, I'm taking UCF plus the points, UCF money line. Same thing. UCF's an experienced team. They're old. Like they got to be back at the home by like 8 p.m. That's why this game's so early. But thing is that UCLA, like we said, they don't travel well. They don't do well on the East Coast. Any road spots they did well in were.
My computer just died, Chris. So
oh shit.
You might gotta take over the graphic.
That's okay. Yeah, they don't travel well. Any road spots they did well in were out on the West Coast when they played teams like Oregon, USC, whatever like that. But traveling to Philly, I don't know if they're gonna have success here against UCF. So like the points with UCF and sprinkle UCF money line. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the graphics are dead. I don't remember what was the other game. I'm gonna pull the other.
I got it.
Oh.
It was, I forgot what it was. Is it still here? Is it still on the screen? I can't tell.
It's still on the screen, but I can't move it.
I can't move it either.
All right.
I got it. Hold on.
I can get it.
I'm guessing he did the other one in that same time slot.
The other one was Purdue minus 25.
Oh, Purdue minus. Oh yeah, no. Purdue Queens over. Purdue team total over. We saw Queens play a ton of step-up games in the regular season or in the non-conference portion of the season. They played Villanova, Virginia, Wake, Arkansas, and Auburn. Gave up no less than 94 points in all those games. Gave up 106 plus to Auburn, Arkansas, and Wake Forest. I think Queens gives up potentially 100 here to Purdue, but I also think that helps us get up and over this total because still Queens, even in those losses, still scored 65 plus. So I think this is a high scoring game. I think we get some points in this one, taking the over.
I'm gonna go. I'm on consensus with you guys. UCF has. People could say all they want about the regular season doesn't matter when we get to the tournament. It does. Your resume matters of the quality of teams that you played that excel in the tournament. UCF has had some amazing wins on the roads, and they're older, they're more mature. UCLA is a fade. You've seen them coming out from the West Coast to the East Coast. Forget about the points. Take the money line. I had them advancing in the bracket, and I like the money line on them as well. So UCF for me. The Purdue Queens, look, I have Purdue going to the Final Four in one of my brackets. I think they have the capacity, they have the guard play, they have the experience to get there. But we've seen this Purdue team in the tournament fall on their face over and over again. And I just feel like it's one of those, if they don't get out to a hot start, they're not going to cover the spread. Do I expect them to lose? No. I think they're head and shoulders better than Queens, but it's just one of those games where Purdue likes to play with their food. And we've seen that they do this in the tournament. So I'm going to lean Purdue. I definitely don't love it. Definitely don't have any action on it as well. So the polls are Purdue was 59% and UCF was 60%.
Alrighty. The jam session is already posted. It's already up. You can go watch it. But we'll talk NBA here in a second on this show as well. We got our last two game, or no, how many we got left? 4? We got 4 left.
I think.
Florida, the defending champs, laying 35.5 on PV, a first 4 winner. Shout out PV. HBCU down in Houston. If you ain't never been to PV, whew, I love PV, man. We got Kansas laying 14.5 on Cal Baptist. I've never seen this Cal Baptist logo in my life, so I was kind of surprised to see this morning.
Hey, what is that? What's their mascot?
Normally, when I see the Cal Baptist logo, I just see the CBU. You know.
Yeah. No, they're
what is
the
that?
Lancers.
Is that like the land? Yeah, okay. I see him Lansing. Makes sense. I see him Lansing. Is it me or who is it?
You can go.
Taking Florida here. It's probably one of the only 1 seeds. 35 is a huge number. They're going to belt to ass right out of the gate. They're going to bust the doors off this. It's been a good story for Prairie View. A&M, great story. See you next year if you can make it back. Florida has the tournament experience. Guys that played in it last year that won the whole thing. They're hot. They're pissed off. We knew going into that championship game, Vanderbilt had more to play for. You guys called it on the show. You were saying how Vanderbilt was to play in the SEC championship. Florida knew this is where they have to turn it on. And their experience, I think, is going to matter big time, early and often. They're going to get the ball inside. They're bigger than Prairie View. They could make their threes. They're going to win this game by 40 plus. Then what the other one is Kansas. Taking Kansas here. Don't love it. Definitely don't love it. We've seen Kansas play very inconsistent, but usually when Kansas stumbles in the tournament, they're a 2 seed. They're a 1 seed. I think they're in a good spot here where they're kind of under the radar. Nobody's expecting a lot out of them in this tournament. They're not supposed to be a Final Four team. They're a 4 seed. Come on. Show me what this team had potential to be all year. Show me. Peterson, show up. You're supposed to be a top 5 pick. Show up in the biggest stage. I think it's going to happen today against this Cal Baptist team that they're head and shoulders better talent-wise. And, the WAC has been very below average throughout the year. I don't think this Baptist team has a chance. I think Kansas beats them by 20 plus.
I'm going to take the other side. I think Cal Baptist has a legitimate chance to win this game outright. Kansas got some good players. They're a blue blood, everybody knows about Kansas, but the way this Cal Baptist team closed out the season, man, they're on a good little run, and I just think I don't want to lay 14.5 on them. I think Kansas wins. I think this game's going to be dumb close, though, for no reason. And I got in my bracket, I had Kansas losing in the next round to St. John's, I believe is who they would match up with. I'm not mad at nobody attacking no plus 750 either. Kansas, I think there's probably like 3 points extra value tacked on to this because it's Kansas. But in that same breath, Cal Baptist is actually a pretty, I'm not in love with this game, but I just think Kansas is kind of fraudulent. Like, this team has been extremely inconsistent this year. They went on that run where they looked like the best team in college basketball, but then we've also seen them have some really head-scratching losses and a couple of stretches where they ain't played that well either. So, lean Cal Baptist plus 14.5. Not mad at nobody attacking a shot on plus 750. I would say Kansas wins this game, but I got them losing next round for sure. And I told you earlier yesterday we saw both the number 1 seeds kind of struggle. Michigan with Howard, Duke was on the ropes the whole game against Siena. I don't think that's going to be the case today. I think Arizona belt to ass on the Fins, and I think Florida belt to ass on PV. Shout out PV. I like them in their first 4 game. I don't see how they put the ball in the basket in this game, though. Especially you got Florida, the defending champs, coming off a loss. I think Florida's going to be locked in. They're going to be motivated, and I think they just lock in and just woodshed PV in this one. So it would only be Florida for me here in this one. It's a big number, but I don't think we'll feel that way at half. They're going to be up 25 at half. I would even go Florida to lay the points in the first half. I would. I think it's a beatdown. Chris?
Yeah, this isn't even a game I can advise anybody to take a shot on the money line so that you try to win that first 10-point up money line early payout thing, because I think Florida floods them. But the thing is, 35.5 is a lot. Do they call off the dogs at any point? So I'd rather just take a shot on Florida's team total over. I think they could score points at will in this game. Yeah, I think they could easily be at 60 points in the first half. So they're gonna kill Prairie View on the boards. I don't see anywhere. But again, 35.5 is a ton. So I would lean towards Florida's team total over. And give me Cal Baptist plus the points. I think Kansas wins. I think Cal Baptist covers. People are going to learn today the name Dominique Daniels. He's fantastic. He's their leading scorer. He's short, which concerns me. Short for today's college basketball standards at 5'10", but when a lot of Kansas's guards are a lot taller, so that's concerning for me. But Cal Baptist has size to hang with Kansas's front court. Bang with them on the glass. Kansas wins, but I think Kansas wins by 10 or 11, 74-63, something like that. So give me Cal Baptist in the points.
Last two games in college hoops, Furman, UConn. UConn laying 20.5, and Miami favored over the Tigers of Mizzou.
I think it's you because I went.
Yeah.
I went last time.
Y'all know what I've been doing all year. Y'all already know.
Fading UConn.
I've been doing that too. But I'm on the U, baby. Let's put my money where my mouth at game. Miami been disrespected all season long. I think they're better than Missouri, and they're favored in this game for a good reason. You could argue Missouri played in a tougher conference, the SEC, but it's not like the ACC is just weak. It was just top heavy. This game's in Missouri, right? But that don't matter to me. I think the guard play for Miami is going to be too much for Mizzou. I think Mizzou. I just don't think this Mizzou game. I just don't think Mizzou's all that good, and I think they're kind of getting credited for being in the SEC. While it's Miami team, I'm telling you, I've watched a good amount of Miami this year, and I'm telling you, they're a good team. You've heard me pound this table and say this all year, that they're underrated and undervalued. Personally, they should probably be 3-point favorites in this game. They're better than Missouri. I know that. So I'm putting my money where my mouth at. I'm taking the U. Straight up money line or later 1.5. It should be all right either way. UConn, Furman. I got UConn winning this game. I'm not betting this game. It's a pass. Of all the games on the card today, this is my least favorite. I just don't. Y'all know I hate Dan Hurley. I hate UConn. I actually got them going pretty far in my bracket. I ain't trying to sweat no damn UConn. No, fuck. Chris.
Yeah, I'm with you here. It's not my favorite time slot, but
Was this past your bedtime? 10 o'clock. It's not your favorite time slot. It's after your bedtime.
No, I'm not 70 years old like you. Anyways,
hey, I'm 43. Fuck.
We should show it.
Where's this troll that was in here earlier? Start commenting. You got Chris all fucking going crazy.
I'm kidding. Yeah, call me a racist because I called out a kid that didn't need to sell 2 pounds of weed when he makes $1 million. Anyways,
that guy was a nice guy. He was sharing with his teammates.
Yeah,
I don't know why you get in trouble for that. Sharing with his teammates that didn't make NIL money.
Yeah, true. That? I know. Anyways, yeah, I'm kidding. Costi doesn't look a day over 60. Kidding. This the Lollipop Lounge makes you look younger.
See, nobody knows what the Lollipop Lounge is.
That's exactly the point.
Hey, y'all, the game's already started. I need y'all to come on with it.
Y'all the one that took an
These
hour
are
and
10
8
o'clock
minutes.
slots, bro. 10 o'clock
Bro,
slots.
so come on, man. I'm trying to go watch Santa Clara get on that ass. Come on.
Good, because I got to leave after this time slot anyways. Let's go. I sent you a text. You might not have seen it. Give me UConn laying the points. I don't love it. But the thing is that Furman, again, just they're not going to be able to cut it here. This just to me feels like a game where UConn just pulls away, wins this one like 84-61, something like that. I don't love it because, again, we saw UConn just blow chunks as a big favorite all season long. So same thing. I don't love it, but I'll take UConn here. But you've convinced me to jump on the Miami train for at least this game. I was looking at Missouri because the game is in St. Louis, but it's really not that close. It's not like it's like just right across the street. It's still like I think a 2-hour drive for Missouri. They're going to have a strong contention at this game, but when it comes down to it, I still trust Miami in this spot. I think they're just a more veteran, experienced, and better team. Full stop. So, give me Miami money line or laying the 1.5.
What you got going on today over at PickDawgz Premium?
Yeah, today. Sorry, guys, I have to cut out early, but I got a lot of plays on the board, a lot of college hoops. Got a standalone big bet. We cashed yesterday. Got a 5-pack from college hoops. Also got an NBA big bet and an NHL power play. So jump on something there. Pair me up with Jay. Let's make some money together. What he always tells everybody, this is the time of year to do it because with how much we have going on, MLB is back in a week. So jump on. We're going to make you some money today. We're going to be crushing the books the rest of the card. Like I said, a lot of college hoops plays that I love. So definitely make sure that you check that out over at PickDawgz Preview.
Hop on with the franchise. He dominated yesterday. What you go 11-6 yesterday across the sports land?
Yeah.
So good day to hop on with the guy, man, and continue to kick the crap out of the books. Any NBA or hockey leans before you get out of here?
Hockey. Let's do. Let's see. Let's go Hurricanes in regulation because I can't stand my Maple Leafs right now. Under in Avalanche Blackhawks. Avalanche is having trouble scoring right now, and the Blackhawks are just struggling as well. And give me the Mammoth money line against the Ducks. Ducks not the same team on the road that they are at home. Parlay. Let's go with the over in Queens, Purdue. Let's go with Iowa, and let's go with Cal Baptist plus the points.
Appreciate you joining us today, Roof. See you.
Appreciate you guys.
See you tomorrow.
You guys tomorrow potentially. Jay, am I hosting tomorrow or you?
We'll talk about it. I should.
Okay, we'll talk about it. All right, we'll see you guys. Appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Peace. All right. Just
You
me
want
and
me to just be
Costi.
quick in these last two? Give me UConn. UConn laying the number here. They're going to put belt to ass on Furman. Good story with Furman. Good job getting in the tournament. See you later. As you're a whack-ass Southern team that just got in there at the right time and made a good run in the tournament. Cool. You're facing a whole different animal that's pissed off losing to St. John's. I don't mind laying the number there. And I'm on the U as well. They got to show me, man. Pissing me off. Pissing me off of late. But I think that they're in a good spot here against the Missouri team that has just been struggling. I think Miami gets it done. I don't think it's going to be a huge blowout game by any means, but I think they cover and they win the game. And I have them in my bracket as well. That's college. That's it.
College. Break it down. Let's go. Let's talk a little hockey very quick. So it's a small card over there. Just 5 games. Maple Leafs, Hurricanes, Devils, Capitals, Avalanche, Blackhawks, Panthers, Flames, Ducks, Mammoth. For me, I'm gonna take the Mammoth. Coming off of 2 really good wins, beat the Stars on the road, beat the Knights on the road. They're kind of starting to round back into form. This has been one of the better teams in hockey all year. My Ducks, yeah, I know I love the Ducks, but I don't love the form they're in. I don't love the spot for them. This is their 5th road game, last 6 games. This team has lost 3 of its last 5. Last time they played the Mammoth, they got flooded at home on their home floor, 7-0. So it just feels like a Mammoth spot. I think they're favored at home for good reason. I would take Utah. That's really it for me in hockey. You got any thoughts today?
Yeah, I'll give you a syndicate play that we released. We only released one game today. It was Toronto plus 193 at home. I get it. No Austin Matthews. Everybody's trying to fade this team now. But to lay 218 on the road with Carolina, you're asking for it. It's just you're getting good value with Toronto at home plus 193. They still have a winning record at home, winning record overall, and you're giving me plus 193. It's just solid value. It is the only game that we released today. So there you have it. Freemium or syndicate, free. Nah, doesn't work. Doesn't work like freemium.
Fair enough. There's a couple of reasons why I don't post a jam session the night before. Is because of all the injury news in the NBA. It's just tough to do that. B, my brain be fried by that time of night. Like, it just be fried. Like, I have to reset. I have to go to sleep and reset. Like, and plus, like, it's hard for me to focus on the next day when today's still in action. So it's like most of the time I'm sitting there watching the games. So it's hard for me to start looking at the next day when I'm still worried about what's going on right here in front of me. So that's kind of a couple of reasons why I do post in the morning. But let's go to the NBA. Let's talk some NBA before we get out of here. Smaller card over there today too, just 6 games.
You want to do 3 and 3?
Yeah, we'll do 3 and 3. We got let me get college off of there. There we go. Got the Knicks laying 17.5 on the Brooklyn Nets. We got the Pistons laying 5.5 on the Warriors. And we got the Rockets laying 3.5 on the Hawks. Hawks been red hot, man. Shout out to them. That shit come to an end today, though. I'm taking the Rockets. I'm laying the 3 and a hook. A little bounce back game for the Rockets coming off of back-to-back ugly losses to the Lakers. Just a little get right spot at home. The Rockets beat up on the Hawks the first time these two teams played in Atlanta. I think they do the same thing here. The Hawks are the hottest team in the league right now. We got to give them credit. They're balling their ass off. But in that same breath, you got to kind of look at it for what it really is. They've only beaten one team in this win streak that's in the playoffs or in the playoff picture.
The Magic.
And that was the Magic. That's the only team that's in the playoff picture that they beat. So a playoff picture means a top 10 seed in either respective conference. Top 10. They're not all their wins except for the Magic have been against teams that are 11 seed or worse in the East or the West. So it's like, how much beat a good team, Rockets. Hawks beat a good team. I know the Rockets are playing bad right now. They're not in great form, but I do think they're better than the Hawks. And I think they're up and over a basket favorite in this game for good reason. I'll lay it here with Houston. No Cade, no problem. It's not a sexy spot for the Pistons on the second leg of a back-to-back with travel. We did see them beat up on, who was that yesterday? Washington? Yeah, Washington. They come back home here. The Warriors are done. They're cooked. They're ass. They've been beaten up a lot recently. They just got beat up on the road at Boston. I think they get beat up today at Detroit. No Cade, no problem. I still think Detroit wins this game. And give me the Knicks. I'll lay the 17.5. They own the Nets is really what this game comes down to. They've beaten them 3 times this year, all 3 by margin. The last time they played was, I believe, one of the largest margin of victories in NBA history. What was the final score of that game? It was 120-66. Last time these two teams played. Granted, that was in Madison Square Garden, and the Knicks are a different team, monster and animal at home, at the crib, in the Garden, and they're not nearly as good on the road. They've been terrible laying big numbers on the road this season. So that might keep me off this game, but it would only be a look towards the Knicks. They still got reasons to play. The Nets are outright tanking. No Michael Porter Jr. I like the Knicks here. What about you, Costa?
Yeah, I mean, what you said, I've word for word, bar for bar. I like Detroit. Usually when Cade's not in and Duran takes over, that's all that matters. Golden State's in a free fall. Don't love the 5 in a back end of a back. They played back to back, right? This is the third game, or the back end of a back to back. But it was against Washington. They didn't really have to do much. They gave up 95 points. So that's not a hard fought game for them. I think they'll be able to handle business at home with Detroit. I like the Rockets here for a good bounce back. Everybody says, oh, yeah, they're on a 10-game winning streak. Yeah, they've beat one team, like you said, that's in the playoff hunt, which is Orlando. And this is the time you fade them. They're not going to keep winning every single game. And the Rockets, everybody's down on the Rockets, who they played the Lakers, who are the hottest team in the West right now. They just ran into a buzzsaw, the Luka buzzsaw, where he dropped 100 on these boys for 2 games.
He dropped 100 points in 2 days.
Dropped a 40 burger and a 60 burger. Man,
Oh my God.
You took his dogs, man. This is what happens. You take a man's dogs, you take his kids. Mom sues you, you drop 100 burger in 2 games. But no, I like the Rockets for a good bounce back spot here. They're still elite at home, and now you're getting them at a discount because of their recent woes and Atlanta's insane run in the second half of the season. So I'll take the Rockets there, and I'll pass. I don't want to lay 17.5 on the road with the Knicks. I know the Nets are awful. I just don't want to do it. You can't make me. Not going to do it.
Fair. Celtics laying 15.5 on the Grizzlies. Blazers 2.5-point dogs in Minnesota. And Nuggets laying 6.5 on the Raptors. How you feeling?
Taking Minnesota here. They play well without Ant. They play well. They play well at home. Usually the house of disappointment is when you're laying 8 or 9 points and they disappoint you, but they still win at home. But now you're getting them at a discount of 2.5. I'm confused why it's 2.5. Even without Ant, this should be 5. Totally confusing. Maybe you'll have some input on this, but I love Minnesota in this spot. I'm going to pass on this Boston game. I don't want to lay 15 on the road. And Memphis hustle just is awful. And Denver, Friday night in altitude. Toronto having to go through customs, playing high altitude. They don't want to do that. I think Denver puts belt to ass and they win that game.
I'm on Denver as well. Bounce back game at home, coming off the ugly, head-scratching, unexplainable loss to the Grizzlies. I still don't even understand how the fuck they lost to the Grizzlies. I don't even understand. Like, now they come back home, look, get right spot. I think they beat up on the Raptors. Raptors, I still got to see them beat a good team. Yeah, they beat the Pistons the other day, and they beat the Suns, but that Pistons game has an asterisk as far as I'm concerned. They got an asterisk. And then this one, show me. If they come out and play well in this one, I'll throw the system away. If they don't, which I don't think they will, Friday night at home, late window, Denver coming off a loss, Ball Arena. Y'all know what happens here, man. The Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy is what happens here. I'll lay it. I agree with you. I like Minnesota here. No Ant, no problem. They've beaten up on Portland 3 times this year. I think they do it for a 4th. Y'all know I don't really believe in triple revenge. And I think the T-Wolves favored in this spot tells you what you need to know. And I like the Celtics. I'll lay the 15.5. Grizzlies, they're still tanking. I know they just beat the Nuggets. They're in a tank off with Dallas, though. They better get back to tanking, and I think they do get back to regular schedule programming here. It's a team that's been blown out more often than not. The Celtics are just a different team on a certain animal. I think they flood them. So, there we go. That's it. That's all, ladies and gentlemen. Covered everything under the sun on this beautiful money-making Friday. Costi, what's going on over at Safer Syndicate Group right now, my man?
Lots of games, lots of volume. I think we have a total between all our systems, 14 plays today. NHL game, 15 plays, 2 NBA games. That's 17 total plays. If you want to understand how to bet like a syndicate, it is much different than just investing your time with one specific group or a personality. So if you're somebody that's more on the line of treating it more like a business and wants more of hand holding, where you get to talk to me every day and tell you which games to bet bigger or smaller, that's how you really maximize my product. So if you're interested, I do recommend you have to have a bankroll of at least 5,000 or more. If you do, reach out to me. The number's on the site.
Hop on with Costi over at Safer Syndicate Group. For me today, I got a 10-star college hoops first round game of the year. It's my game of the year of the first round, man. I'm going balls to the wall. So it's the most money I put on a college basketball game all season long. If you want to ride it with me, you can. You can scoop it up, $30, PickDawgz Premium. I got like 8 plays in total today, though. I got a lot going on today. So it's just that time of year between the tournament and NBA. I got 3 NBA, 4 college hoops as of right now. I'm probably going to add another college hoops here in a second. Yesterday wasn't the day I wanted it to be. I did drop my 10-star yesterday on Vandy. That hurt. They won by 10, laying 12. So I am looking for a bounce back on my 10 stars in 2026, though. I'm 14-7. So if you bet $1,000 on every one of my 10 stars thus far, you're up 7 bands. I've cashed 7 of my last 9 on my 10-star plays. So you guys can scoop that up if you want to. I'll have a jam session play. I'll have a 3-pack from the NBA. I got a afternoon 3-pack in college hoops. So, I got a lot going on, man. One of the games already started. I am on Santa Clara. So I got 6 left for today. Let's go Santa Clara. Money line. Let's go. If you ain't on it, get in on it right now. Money line. Santa Clara. I don't even know what the score in the game is. I'm finna turn it on as soon as I get out.
It's like I think they're up by 2 or something.
Santa Clara's up?
No. Kentucky's up by 2.
I was gonna say, let's go. Long game though. Yeah. But other than that, man, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Came in, cooked it up, broke it down. Money making Friday. Don't forget a couple of things to tell y'all. If you're a new customer, if you've never bought anything on the website, you got a free $30. So technically, I hate to tell you this because this means I'm just working for free, but not really. But if you've never bought anything on the website, you can get my game of the year today for 100% free. For all new customers, you can use the code FREE30. You can use the code LIVE30. My specific code is J30. So you use that at checkout. You can use that on a single play. You can use that on a daily package, or you can use that on a long-term package, and you get $30 off. For existing customers, we still got the promo code PICK, gets you 15% off. If you've ever lost anything with us, so like if you bought my 10-star play yesterday and you lost, you have a credit for that exact same amount in your account. We're not here to sell you losers. Only here to sell you winners. There's plenty of other people that will sell you losers with a smile on their face and act like nothing ever happened. That's not what we do here. If I lose, we all lose. So you get a credit back for the exact dollar amount you spent in your account to spend with either that same person or anybody else the next day. I don't even think it got to be the next day. It could be later on in the day. So, yeah, man, just a couple of things to let y'all know. Other than that, I think that's it. That's all. Parlay time, man. Parlay. What you looking at, Costa?
So I'm going to give you guys 3 all money line parlay. 3 of them are underdog money lines. So Villanova money line, Clemson money line, Central Florida money line, and then a small short favorite money line, the U Miami. So Villanova, Clemson, Central Florida, Miami. Plus 2,000.
I like that. Except for that. I think I'm on Utah. I'm going to go Minnesota Timberwolves, lay the 2.5. Then we're going to go Tennessee against Miami. Good story. Down goes the Red Hawks. And give me UCF plus the points. 3-teamer. UCF, Minnesota Timberwolves, Tennessee Volunteers. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. See what happens, man. Appreciate y'all. Smash that like button for us. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We had like 1,300 people live in here earlier. So it's a good show. Hopefully you took some information from this. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's show, remember, it's an hour earlier. We go an hour earlier on Saturdays and Sundays. So start an hour earlier. I mean, I gotta get up even early. So man, it's just that time of year, you know, it's just that time of year. So working hard.
Be glad you're not in Vegas doing it at 6 a.m.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's another grind trying to do it in Vegas, man. Holy fuck.
We're up at 6 a.m. doing the show.
That should be killer. But Costa, got anything else for the folk today?
No, let's get it, man. A lot of opportunities on the board today. Don't try to do this yourself. Too many traps out there. Subscribe to Jay, subscribe to Roof. Call me if you want to do something more long-term. Treat it like a business, like a passive income, not a losing hobby.
See you tomorrow, man. Make it a winning day. We out here.